Alright, hey there gamers, it's Carputing here, and I've stocked up the freezer with many new Ben & Jerry's I have not tried before or yet, and will be trying on video. Today, we're coming at you with vanilla, an absolute classic. No long text on this one, vanilla ice cream. What's in the ingredients list? You got cream, #1 ingredient. Let's get that up there a bit better. Come on, iPhone, you can focus. There you go. Concentrated skim milk, sugar, frozen egg yolk, guar gum, vanilla extract, vanilla bean specks, and whatever that word is contains egg and milk. As usual, 1,000 calories in the thing. Well, actually, I looked it up on, I was looking up the nutrition facts on Ben & Jerry's online, and it's 990 calories for a whole one of these on the American website, if you want to be specific. So, for those who do, around 990 calories, but we're just going to call it 1,000. I picked this up about 2 days ago, 3 days ago, had it in the freezer. I actually just got back from the store, got some more Ben & Jerry's. Picked up 2 new flavors that I've been trying to get for a while. It's hard to get some Ben & Jerry's flavors. There's a ton of them that are going to be very hard for me to find, but even so new into the Ben & Jerry's adventure, it's a struggle to find some. Some stores are out of stock, but I also, I picked up my first non-dairy Ben & Jerry's, not this one, a different one, but I will be trying that. So, the vanilla. A flavor that some people love, some people hate. Personally, me, if I'm in the mood for a vanilla, gonna let vanilla go right here. This bay right here. If I'm in the mood for a vanilla, then I'm gonna be really looking forward to it. I'm really looking forward to this one because I want that basic ice cream flavor, but vanilla has a certain sweetness, it seems plain, but it is a very good flavor if done right. Now, I'm going to go back to the old comparison that good thing that wasn't open yet, vanille in French, that's weird. The comparison that I always like to do, comparing apples to oranges, compared to the Breyers ice cream vanilla. I've had a ton of that, and it's good, it's got some good flavor, It's one of Breyer's better flavors, I'd say. But I've always heard a true vanilla is hard to find and is got a even more uniqueness to it. Now this Ben & Jerry's, I can assume, because I don't know the exact cost of real vanilla, but to my understanding it's pretty expensive. But I mean, they got the vanilla flour on there, and it's got vanilla bean specks, so there's got to be at least some hint of the real vanilla in here. I assume there's going to be more vanilla flavor than in a lot of other vanilla ice creams, It's got a very simple ingredient list. How many ingredients is this? 1, 2, 3, 4... I missed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Eight ingredients in here. May contain peanuts and tree nuts. The things they gotta put on the packaging for disclaimer, just in case something like a tree nut touched this ice cream. Is that... Okay, so the second language is French. I thought it was Spanish for a minute. That's okay. I believe Ben & Jerry's is an American company. But, where was this packed? Does it say? It does have a... Okay, this one was, just licensed in Canada. I'm curious where this was packed. But, it's okay. Another thing I noticed on this, it's got... I was looking them up on their website. Ben & Jerry's has... this is kosher, apparently. Doesn't really matter to me, but some people might like that. So... it tells you the sugar and vanilla mass balance is used to match fair trade sourcing. Total 81% excluding water and dairy. Don't know what that means, but it looks like a pretty promising vanilla as far as vanilla goes. I mean, even just from the look of the lid and the picture on it, fake vanillas are often really white. This one's got that bit of a yellowy hue to it, so it should be pretty good. 7 grams of protein per quarter cup. It's like per third of it. So 20 grams of protein in the whole thing, you know. It's basically like 1 scoop of whey protein, this whole thing. That's what I'm basically eating. So the cow's got no unique picture on him. He's just standing there like, this is vanilla, what do you want? So I think it's about time to break into this. I'm excited. It's got that fair trade. I don't know if they all have that fair trade logo on it, but you know, that Ben and Jerry's costs a bit more, but they do have a bunch of certifications and stuff. So I don't know if this is some more slightly ethical ice cream. I know their chickens are cage free, the eggs they use. They advertise that on their website, and you know, that's pretty cool at least. That's kind of neat. I normally don't care too much, but let's take the lid off. Get a look at that. Vanilla. Look at that. I didn't even take a close-up. I'm looking at the lid, looking at that. So I can see, I hope the camera shows it. You can see little specks of what obviously must be the vanilla bean. It's very apparent on the lid. You can see little specks of it. So I'm gonna keep this. I don't want to. I spilt enough in the last video. We're gonna hold it like that. So we're gonna get the lid going first. See a little sample. Well, this should tell us what it tastes like. It came straight out the freezer, been sitting there for a couple days, but it seems to be melting somewhat quick. Oh, wow. Just from the lid. Wow. I don't even have to take a bite into that yet to say that is some good vanilla. I'm gonna enjoy this one. Just from the little bit on that lid there, I'm still got a full taste of that starting to fade away. Of holy, that strong, real. It's like you're eating Breyer's ice cream or the cheaper vanilla. You're chasing the flavor of that vanilla, but in this, it's like it's a blast of vanilla. That's good. Wow. That still stays in my mouth just from. That's how you can judge, I think, a quality food. I think that's the cream content versus other ice creams with a lower cream content. The flavor doesn't stick as long. I'm still getting that flavor just from the lid. Holy. For vanilla, for something that you'd expect nothing from, that's pretty decent. Alright, so she's not melted at all too much yet. Still pretty good. Let's try to not spill it all. So you take a good look up close there. It does have that slight, almost like yellowy off-white hue. That vanilla hue, you know. So I don't smell anything, which is a weird contrast. I don't think I often pay attention to smell. Maybe I smell the chocolate usually and just don't think much past that and the chocolate ice creams, but it's a very faint smell of vanilla. So I don't think they're putting any artificial smells. I think it's all about the flavor profile. So you look in the ice cream, you can see little bits of the bean specks, the vanilla bean specks all throughout it. Well distributed. So even though it's vanilla, is one thing with no this, that, with that toppings, with this, swirls of this. Even it's just vanilla, Ben & Jerry's manages to get an even distribution of the one thing in there. You can see the ingredients. That's how you know it's good. Other vanilla ice creams, you're just kind of getting a one blend of a color, right? But this is good. Top of the ice cream starting to melt. The little bit, the underneath it's still solid. You can see some good amount of those vanilla bean specks. That could be what the so strong flavor is, the real vanilla bean. Maybe they just have it micronized well. I think that might be how they did it, because there's no chunks at all of the vanilla bean. The vanilla bean specks, as it says, it is specks. But when they say specks, you're thinking, like, that's not going to be much at all in there. But I'm impressed. The amount of vanilla bean specks, like, that's probably the costly ingredient to my understanding, so good on them. Let's don't see a ton on the spoon thing, which maybe at first, just looking at the top of it and the spoon, you see some but not a lot of the vanilla bean specks. But once you take a spoon in, you see a good amount. So let's see what a full spoon of the vanilla. The French version is weird. I'm sorry. Crème glacée à la vanille. That's horrible. That's horrible. Just vanilla. Let's call it vanilla. So am I eating a flower? It's okay. I guess that's not weird, but like, I guess that's the bean specks anyways. Oh, wow. Yeah, I just downed that one fairly quick, but wow. That's a burst. An absolute burst of just creamy. It's a contrast from things like the half-baked, the cookie dough, where you're getting different textures along with the flavors. And this, you're getting a real nice vanilla aftertaste. This is a bit different in a good way. You're not getting any chunks of any toppings or anything. It's the little vanilla bean specks just fit in there, you know? Fill in there nice and smooth. So it's different from the Ben & Jerry's I'm used to. Not in a bad way. It's just, you know, Oh yeah, you taste the milkiness and the creaminess. And this Ben & Jerry's stands out way more than the others. Very, very creamy, milky taste. Great though, great. No complaints. Yeah, seeing the little vanilla bean specks all throughout. The iPhone may not pick it up, but all throughout. Ben & Jerry's, you know, I don't think they're a brand that can disappoint. I've got one upcoming. You know, this is one of the few that was on the list that I was thinking, you know, let's see what it's got for something that, you know, seems niche. You know, not everyone likes just plain vanilla. Not everyone likes, you know, mint chocolate. But most people like normal chocolate or like strawberry. I don't know. But this is well done. This is a very well done vanilla. Absolutely better than the you know, the standard vanillas you'd find in most other brands. I'd say that's probably inarguable. It's got a very nice, coherent, the milk, the creaminess with the vanilla. It's a nice trio. Yeah, it's a good flavor blend. Like, the milky creaminess is the little bit of the texture you're getting, kind of texture, side of your tongue flavor. And then On the roof of your mouth, you're all getting that vanilla. That strong vanilla, the back of your mouth too. For something that seems like it's only one flavor, this feels like more than one flavor. Ben & Jerry's is always a bit of a journey. See, I haven't tried Haagen-Dazs yet, but just with how consistent Ben & Jerry's is, I don't think that's one of the next brands I want to try at some point, Haagen-Dazs, but because it's been demanded a bit. But the Ben & Jerry's I see why Rich Piana, you know, God bless his soul, I see why he loved his Ben & Jerry's. Like, this vanilla, this is great. I thought at first that it was melting kind of quick. Actually, I'm impressed. This is holding its shape, but not in a way that you couldn't trust it to be real ice cream. It's melting. It's melting good, but it's good. Wow. You see the little specks of the vanilla bean? That's the main, I think, attraction in here. Is because you're used to vanillas that you see right in the middle of there's like a very noticeable speck of right in the middle there. There's a noticeable speck of the vanilla bean. So I'm surprised. I wonder, I doubt it's a ton, but I wonder like how much vanilla bean product Ben & Jerry's puts compared to some other brands that use arguably none or very little. I wonder if Haagen-Dazs has a vanilla and how it would compare. Doubt it would beat it. Doubt Haagen-Dazs could beat this Ben & Jerry's vanilla. Because you don't get bored of it, too. Like, that's yeah. That's just a real nice, goes down smooth. It's got the real good, just, I want some ice cream. I don't know what I want, but I want something that's just simple. I'm not feeling chocolate. Strawberry's a bit too wild. You know, chocolate's a bit, chocolate in this case is the basic B Ben & Jerry's. You feel me? Oh. Does Ben & Jerry's have just a plain chocolate? I'd imagine it'd be pretty good, but you know, this vanilla stands on a hill on its own. As an ice cream, you know, I was the other day I pulled up with some ice cream. This was in the bunch. And my mom asked me, "Can I please have an ice cream?" I said, "Not a chance. No, you're not a Ben & Jerry's. Are you crazy? You want one of my Ben & Jerry's?" But, you know, after I've experienced this vanilla, just, you know, you give her one Ben & Jerry's, I don't think she's ever had it before. You give this vanilla, this is a flavor I would give as an intro flavor to someone, possibly, that doesn't know Ben & Jerry's yet and needs to appreciate the difference. I think if I see another vanilla in the store, I'm going to pick it up and give it to Mom. Because I know she's a very big fan of vanilla. Man, the vanilla bean chunks specks in here, good amount. Oh, when it melts and gets to that creamier part of the ice cream, this is what we're at now, gamers. When it melts and gets to that more creamy part of the ice cream, that is just so good with this one. Holy, that stands out. I'm going to try to speed melt this to get it that more soft texture. But anyways, back to people that may enjoy this. I'm enjoying it. But also, if I saw this in the store again, I'd pick it up. First one I'd give to my mom. I'd say first one, because she loves her Breyers. She loves her. Is it President's Choice? There's one like black box one that's not Breyers is blue. I forget. I think it's President's Choice ice cream. That's the black box with the vanilla. I don't know. There's some other vanilla she gets she likes, but I've had them both. And I think if you gave her this, she'd say, "Oh, like that's a good vanilla." I think she'd be sad. I think it'd be mean to give her this, because then she'd have to go buy it all the time, because everything else would be inferior. Like, oh, it's like something. It's weird to think something that's such a simple flavor of ice cream can bring such thoughts, such plans. You know. There you go. Now it's starting to... Should I mash it up a bit? Let's mash it up a ton. It's not quite mashable yet, but you know, I'm trying to get it now to that slightly softer texture, which I normally don't do. Let me take a couple mixed bites of it starting to soften up. Yeah, that's a very solid vanilla. It's like, it's not just like the milk taste you're getting that too. With the other flavors, I feel like the strawberry, the cookie dough, the peanut butter, those are the center stage. But in this, you really get to taste the core ingredients of the Ben & Jerry's, because there's only 8 ingredients in this one, right? It's another thing. There's only one thing I can't pronounce in this. Carputing. I don't know what that is. It sounds like it holds stuff together. I don't know. But it's the last ingredient. I think by Canada rules that means it's the least. Maybe it's a preservative. But yeah, number 1 ingredient, cream, then milk. I believe it. I could see that. Yeah, they get the core of the ice cream, then they have the flavoring right after that. Nah, vanilla's last 3 things next to the thing I can't pronounce. But you know, aside from the ingredients, it's a good ice cream. It's starting to get that melted down. I'm going to start whipping it around now. I don't know. Some ice cream you like as is. Most of the Ben & Jerry's I like as is. But this one, the bits I've had that are more melted seem to be, ooh, like, that's cool. All right, now we got it at that McDonald's McFlurry texture. That's absolute McFlurry texture right there. So let's taste the McFlurry vanilla Ben & Jerry's. Oh yeah, that's it. Oh, that just brings... It's almost like a different flavor again. At first I'm getting the milkiness, and then that goes away and the vanilla stays, you know? Very good ice cream. And when you let it get a bit more melted like this, holy, I could eat so much of this. I'm gonna make that a smaller spoonful right there. Cause like, that's just an easy to eat. Goes down just like water, you know? No toppings in there, like peanuts that would brush against your mouth. No chocolate you're biting on. This just flows in your mouth, covers your taste buds, and boom, it's down the hatch. So we still got some more to go, gamers. We are just using, good spoonful. Just using a small ice cream spoon today. I might try to find some other spoons, but I do very much like this small spoon. Normally I eat with bigger spoons, and preferably plastic spoons. We got some purple plastic and yellow plastic ones that are pretty fire. But a small spoon for ice cream, I figure is a good way to make sure you're getting what you want. You're getting a good accurate flavor tests, you know. It's good ice cream. It's in that McFlurry form, you know. Give it that twist. Yeah, and you can really see in there. I hope it shows up on the camera. All those swirls of the vanilla bean specks, especially once you whip it up like this. It looks like there's little chocolate specks. I don't know. Wow. That's how. Oh, without question. Slightly softer than McFlurry. That's the point you gotta melt this vanilla to. If you're a real connoisseur of it. I want to give it to my mom. I'm just say, here's some vanilla. You know, just eat it. And she's gonna go off about how it was good. I know, but this is one. Some of the Ben & Jerry's flavors, you know, the strawberry jam, and I know my mom likes strawberry and vanilla like ice creams. But the last strawberry jam and ice cream I had, I liked it a lot, but I don't know if she would like it just because of the certain aspects of it. You know, I think there was a white fudge in there or something. I loved it. Don't know if she would. This is something, if anyone likes any vanilla, they're gonna like this Ben & Jerry's. It's purely a staple flavor done better. They said, you know what, we are the standard. Cope. That's what Ben & Jerry's said. Said, I would like to see a vanilla that could top this. I would truly like to see it, because it's like, I'm not gonna lie, before I bit into this at all, I was thinking maybe it could be a bit more. But that's not to say it's disappointing, you know? It's still the best vanilla I've had to date in my life, but I wonder if there's a better vanilla out there. But I'd be happy to keep eating this. What a good ice cream, you know? And the last couple bites gave me, so. As a Ben & Jerry's connoisseur, you know, this is one you'd expect me to have a bit earlier on, but, you know, early to mid through the career, trying the just plain vanilla ain't so plain after all. I'm surprised it doesn't say vanilla ice cream with vanilla bean sprout specks or whatever. It just says vanilla ice cream. And for a rating, what would I rate this vanilla? You're asking. You're saying, did he forget about rating it when he's only got 1 or 2 bites left? With 3 or 4 small ones. I had a couple numbers flying through my head. I was thinking 9. I was thinking that's unreasonable. I was thinking 6.5. I was like, no, it doesn't deserve that. I'm still, as I'm talking, you know, coming in on that final number. $7.3. I think I might have given one of those before. $7.35. It is a 7.35 out of 10. Because, for this reason, of course, it's not as diverse as some other ice creams. Leads me to say this is not one I would have every day by preference. But if mom started stocking the fridge with ice cream and it just happened to be Ben & Jerry's vanilla, you know, I'm eating that shit. You know, I'm not eating it in this case because it's expensive and she can't afford that much Ben & Jerry's, because you could get about 5 times as much of another brand for this. But, you know, it's good ice cream. It is done extremely well for what it is. There ain't nothing wrong with it. You know, I can't think. Other than she's done, gamers. Other than you might get bored of it. Very well made. Good unique flavor profile. You know, multiple flavors in one. It's not controversial. It's something that, you know, the strawberry is a controversial ice cream. The peanut butter, some people can't eat peanuts. Probably some people can't eat this. I'm not talking lactose intolerant people, but I don't know if vanilla allergy is a thing. I know some people get drunk off it. That's it. That's nutty. Saw some crazy American YouTuber or YouTube video. Some chick getting pulled over DUI for the vanilla extract. That was, whew, I could not imagine. But you know, this vanilla ice cream, you know, specs of the vanilla stuff on the bottom. 7.35 out of 10. Good ice cream. Get it for sure. If you like vanilla, you're just curious. You know, you can't be in the... I was kind of thinking of maybe I want something with some toppings, but, you know, I did kind of just want that nice, consistent vanilla flavor. So, I am happy with that. It's an ice cream. Sit, watch a show. Just enjoy it. You could probably talk to someone while eating this. But it's just something where you're just going to go about your day to day and you're just going to have it and just continue your day to day. It's just, I don't want to say average, but, you know, you're living your life, your NPC life, you know, grab yourself, if you're in the upper middle class and living your NPC life, grab yourself a Ben & Jerry's vanilla, eat it. You know, I will have more of these at some point, I'm sure. Good ice cream. Not going to be on my next ones to try because I got a bunch of new stuff. And even if I didn't, you know, I'd probably go back to some of the half-baked, the cookie dough. Just a bit more uniqueness. But I could see myself getting this. If it was on sale and other stuff wasn't, no question I'm picking it up. I mean, might as well. If I was just out somewhere, they have one in stock, it was only this, no other Ben & Jerry's, I get it happily. If it's a hot summer day, I'm just like, you know, I don't want chocolate. I just want to cool off with some vanilla. I get this. So, you know, you can't go wrong. It's a good ice cream. And if it does matter to some people, it is made with all that ethical stuff. You can check their website. 1,000 calories for one of these, you know, that's pretty reasonable. I'm excited to see, you know, just eating vanilla. I'm excited to see it now in other Ben & Jerry's. Now that I know how it compares, you know, vanilla on its own from Ben & Jerry's. There's some ice cream, like, I think there's an eclair one. I don't know if that's vanilla with caramel stuff or whatever, but if that were vanilla, would it compare to this vanilla? Is all their vanilla the same? But on its own, good ice cream. 7.35 out of 10, you know? Can't go wrong with it, gamers. So let's give you another close-up. There you go, of that one. So thank you for watching my Ben & Jerry's on vanilla. This was a wonderful video to shoot. Absolutely great ice cream, for sure. I recommend this to anybody. And like I said, if you got someone who you want to introduce to Ben & Jerry's, I feel like vanilla is one of the better flavors. It's not controversial. It's just something that most people I feel would enjoy, myself included. So I think I'm going to go look at the store next time I'm out, see if they have one. Buy mom one because, she's not getting any on my first experience with Ben and Jerry's. The first flavor I haven't tried yet. That's for me. I've tried the vanilla. I verified it's safe for her. So have a Ben and Jerry's vanilla. Maybe pick one up for someone you think might enjoy it. So have a good one, gamers. I saved money on Valentine's Day. I got money for Ben and Jerry's, so you know what? Use your spare Valentine's money and get someone a Ben and Jerry's. There you go. All right. Have a great day, gamers.